Hello, welcome to another edition of Math is Easy, Step by Step. So again, I'd like to continue with a series of integer videos. Videos 1, 2, 3, and possibly a fourth video on adding and subtracting rules for positive and negative numbers. I want to take my time and break these videos up. And I'm also eventually going to getting into the adding and subtracting rules. I got a special rule for subtracting. It's a keep, change, change. That turns it back into the addition rules. And after I cover those two rules, I will go over the rules for multiplying and dividing integers. So remember, integers are positive and negative numbers. So one of the most important things I want you to understand is that the adding rules are different from the subtraction rules, right? Like I mentioned a moment ago, when you're subtracting, you do a quick keep, change, change. And then after that, you change subtraction to the addition rules. You'll see that in a moment. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the adding rules. Right now, we're going to go over the adding rules. And so, addition rules. If the integers, the numbers, have the same sign, both positive or they're both negative, hey, you're just going to add those numbers and keep that same sign. Here's an example. Remember, these are addition rules. So -7 and -2, are they the same signs? Yes, they both are negative. So the rule is add and keep the same sign. I know 7 plus 2 is 10. And since they're both negative, that remains a -10. Let's take a look at number 2. Adding rules. This is addition. Remember, if it's the same signs, you add and keep the sign. So 7 plus 2 is 10, and they're both positive, so I keep that same sign. The other rule for adding I'm going to show you is here. Different signs, right? Again, this is the second part to the adding rule. If it's different signs, you just subtract those two numbers, keep the same sign of the largest number. So here's an example. -7 plus, again, these are adding rules. This is the second part of the adding rules. So -7 plus a +2. Are these two signs the same? No, they're different. One's negative and one's positive. So this is when you're going to want to follow this rule. When you're adding and both of the signs are different, you're going to subtract different signs, subtract them, and keep the sign of the larger number. So 7 minus 2. I know 7 minus 2 is 5. What do I have more of? Do I have more negatives or do I have more positives? I only have 2 positives and I have 7 negatives. My answer is going to stay negative. So again, the second rule for adding, again, this is an adding rule, is if they're different signs, you subtract and keep the sign of the larger. I have more negatives. That answer, 7 minus 2, is a -5. -7 plus a +2 is a -5. And so I have some more addition problems here I'd like to show you, since there is a little bit of time here. Just to go over these problems a little bit further. So this is an adding problem, so we want to stick to those adding rules. Remember, same signs add and keep the sign. Different signs subtract and keep the sign of the larger. So this is a +7, this is a -2. These signs are different. The rule is different signs subtract and keep the number of the larger sign in your answer. So 7 minus 2 is 5. Do I have more positive values or do I have more negative values? I have 7 pluses or positives. I only have 2 negatives. So I have more positives. Keep the sign of the larger. That will be a positive 5. Positive 7 plus a negative 2 is positive. Look at it this way. I got $7, but I owe you $2. What am I left with? Hey, I'm left with $5 in my pocket. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple more examples. All right, and here I'm just expanding a little bit further. Let me show you that here. Kind of forgot I had that. Listen, maths are good. Mistakes are good in math. Learn from them. So here I'm kind of showing you a visual. Up here, it's positive 7 plus a negative 2. So I'm showing you here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positive values. All right? And up here I have negative 2. I have 2 negative values, right? What do I have more of? More positives or do I have more negative values? I have more positives. So the rule is different signs when you're adding. You subtract those numbers. 7 minus 2 is 5. And I have more positive. It's going to stay a positive 5 answer. Hopefully that is helping you out a little bit. Here, let's go over another example. I'm trying to show you here a little bit further. Don't want to go too far now. There we go. Number 5. Negative 10 plus a positive 11. Remember, this is addition rules, right? And here, do we have the same signs? No, they're different signs. So I have 10 negative values plus 11 positive values. So the signs are different. The rule is subtract. So 11 minus 10 is 1. Do I have more positives? Which these are supposed to be positives. Do I have more positive values? Here I have 11 positive values versus 10 negative. I have 11 positive is more. My answer stays a positive 1. One more problem here as an example. I have a positive 3 plus a negative 4. So again, this is addition rules. When the signs are different, the rule is subtract and keep the sign of the larger. So I have 4 minus 3. Again, the rule is addition rule. Different signs subtract. So 4 minus 3 is 1. Keep the sign of the larger. I only have 3 positives here. I have 4 negatives here. That means the sign of the larger will be negative. My answer is a negative 1. So this is the adding and subtract. I'm sorry. This is adding same sign integers rule or adding different sign integers rule. These are both adding rules. Stay tuned for the subtraction rule. It's a keep, change, change. It'll change it to addition. Then you follow these 2 addition rules in order to subtract integers. Hey, math is easy. Take it step by step.